Alcatraz Smedry receives a strange crystal from a mysterious messenger. Its glow pulses in his hand as whispers of danger echo through the hall. His grandfather grimaces. The Knights of Crystallia have risen again, guardians of secrets that no one should ever touch. Alcatraz tries to hide the crystal in his backpack, but the object hums with a life of its own. Suddenly, the air shivers, an unseen force sweeps through the town, and magical traps are triggered in nearby streets. Alcatraz trips over his own feet, his unique talent for breaking things working against him. Chaos spreads, from shattering windows to exploding teapots, as the crystal's magic grows unpredictable. The librarian informants appear briefly, peering from dark corners, leaving cryptic warnings. Alcatraz's mind races. He knows the knights are formidable, ancient, and relentless. This is no ordinary adventure. It is a test of courage and cunning. With his loyal but eccentric family at his side, Alcatraz steps into a world teeming with danger and absurdity, where every wrong move can shatter reality, or at least his lunch. As Alcatraz prepares for the journey, the Smedry family converges in a flurry of quirks. Grandpa Smedry lectures about responsibility while casually breaking the kitchen door. Uncle Kaz tinkers with a self-exploding device, and Cousin Singh is already lost in his own thoughts. Or perhaps another dimension. Despite the chaos, there's an undeniable bond. Alcatraz struggles to assert himself among the loud personalities, realizing that his misfit family is both his greatest liability and his strongest support. Together, they decipher the crystal's cryptic symbols, uncovering a map that leads to the knight's fortress. Every clue tests patience, judgment, and the limits of sanity. Enchanted furniture springs to life. Riddles unravel unpredictably, and a talking owl delivers oddly specific insults. Alcatraz finds himself laughing even as danger looms, recognizing that trust doesn't need perfection, it needs presence. The family's collective ingenuity, absurdity, and shared courage become both comic relief and a potent weapon. By the time night falls, Alcatraz understands. Surviving the night's 1T rely on raw power, or planning alone it, will require embracing chaos with courage. The journey to Crystallia is fraught with peril. As Alcatraz and the Smedrys approach the mountain valley, the air thickens with shimmering mist, and invisible tripwires hum beneath their feet. Every step brings new challenges. Magical illusions twist familiar paths. Strange creatures test their reflexes, and whispered threats rattle nerves. Alcatraz accidentally triggers a device meant to protect the knight's secrets. A cascade of crystal shards shoots toward him, narrowly missing his head. He stumbles, breaks a nearby bridge, and inadvertently sets off a landslide that reveals a hidden entrance. Each mishap, each failure, forces him to adapt quickly and trust his instincts. Meanwhile, external threats abound. Shadowy librarians monitor their progress, ready to exploit mistakes. Despite exhaustion and fear, Alcatraz begins to notice patterns in the chaos, small cracks in the knight's seemingly perfect defenses. His talent for breaking things, once a source of embarrassment, becomes his secret advantage, allowing him to circumvent traps others could not. Every misstep carries weight. A single wrong move could cost them the journey in their lives. The stakes are palpable, and Alcatraz must balance courage, cleverness, and luck to press forward into the unknown. Alcatraz and the Smedrys finally arrive at the towering fortress of Crystallia. Its walls shimmer like fractured glass, reflecting light in dizzying patterns. The gates are guarded by statues that move unexpectedly, each one testing their perception and nerve. As Alcatraz steps closer, his instincts tell him that nothing here is as it seems. He accidentally kicks a crystal shard, which rolls across the floor, triggering a hidden mechanism. Doors slam, and secret passageways open. The family moves cautiously, every corner revealing puzzles, illusions, and traps designed to confuse intruders. Alcatraz's heart races as he dodges falling debris and misfires of magical defenses. At one point, he's face to face with a colossal crystal guardian, forced to rely on quick thinking, humor, and sheer audacity to evade capture. The fortress seems alive, responding to their every misstep. Despite fear, Alcatraz begins to notice patterns the crystal defenses, while intimidating, are predictable to someone willing to observe carefully. With his family's support, he navigates the labyrinthine halls. each moment stretching the line between danger and ingenuity. By the time they reach the inner sanctum, Alcatraz is transformed from a chaotic kid into a clever problem solver. Realizing that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Within the fortress lies the secret heart of the Knights of Crystallia, a glowing chamber filled with pulsating crystals and forbidden knowledge. Alcatraz steps forward, aware that every movement could set off alarms. The knights themselves appear, tall, enigmatic, armored in crystalline patterns that reflect both beauty and menace. Words are few. Challenges are immediate. Alcatraz attempts to negotiate, but his talent for breaking things inadvertently triggers a defensive mechanism, scattering crystal shards across the floor. The knights frown, but rather than attack, they test his resolve and ingenuity, asking riddles that bend reality itself. Alcatraz's family supports him, improvising with quick thinking and teamwork. Danger surrounds them from every direction, yet it's their cleverness and adaptability that begins to shift the balance. By observing and interacting with the crystalline structures, Alcatraz realizes the fortress itself holds the key, not brute force, but understanding and insight. The confrontation becomes a dance of wits and risk, each misstep carrying severe consequences. When the chamber settles, Alcatraz emerges with both new knowledge and a growing confidence. He understands that even the most rigid powers can be navigated with humor, courage, and cleverness.
No victory comes without cost. As Alcatraz and his family attempt to leave the fortress, alarms blare, the crystal walls shift, blocking paths and opening new ones unpredictably. Alcatraz trips over a loose crystal, accidentally triggering a bridge collapse. The family tumbles into a subterranean tunnel where darkness hides both danger and opportunity. Outside, shadowy figures pursue them, the librarians and other guardians of the Knights. Each step becomes a test of perseverance, quick thinking, and trust in each other. Alcatraz improvises, breaking small obstacles that reveal hidden passages, using his talent as an unorthodox advantage. The tunnels twist and turn, sometimes collapsing behind them, forcing them to face consequences of both action and inaction. Exhaustion gnaws at their resolve, but the thrill of survival drives them onward. At one point, they emerge into a moonlit cliffside, with the fortress looming ominously behind. Alcatraz surveys the terrain, calculating risks, while the family braces for a final push. The adventure's chaos transforms into a test of resilience and adaptability, as every decision carries weight. By the time they clear the immediate danger, the family is battered but alive, having learned the importance of courage, creativity, and unity in the face of relentless pursuit. In the quiet aftermath of the escape, Alcatraz examines the crystal shard that started it all. Light dances within it, revealing hidden symbols and knowledge. He experiments carefully, discovering latent powers abilities to manipulate small magical forces with precision. At first, mistakes abound, objects shatter, tools explode, and his family watches in awe and apprehension. Yet, with persistence and clever experimentation, Alcatraz begins to master these powers. Each success builds confidence. Each failure teaches humility. The shard responds not just to magic, but to ingenuity and emotional state, linking his personal growth to control over the magical world. Meanwhile, the family uncovers secrets about the Knight's origins, realizing the balance of power is fragile. Alcatraz's journey shifts from survival to mastery. He learns that true power comes not from dominance, but understanding and responsibility, and that his own flaws, his chaos, his talent for breaking things can become strengths when directed with intention. This revelation transforms the adventure into a coming-of-age story where courage, intellect, and resilience merge, and the stakes are no longer only life or death. They are about shaping his own destiny. The climax of the adventure arrives as the knights confront Alcatraz one final time. The family faces the ultimate puzzle, a crystalline labyrinth whose paths change with thought and movement. Alcatraz steps forward, heart pounding, knowing that failure could trap them forever. The family coordinates instinctively each Smedry, using their quirks strategically. Alcatraz's talent for breaking things becomes critical, uncovering hidden switches and disrupting false paths. Tension escalates with magical traps snapping shut, illusions creating panic, and shadows obscuring reality. Alcatraz's ingenuity shines brightest when he takes an unexpected risk. He deliberately breaks part of the labyrinth, turning chaos into opportunity. The knights watch, their respect growing as Alcatraz demonstrates cleverness, bravery, and resourcefulness. Finally, the labyrinth settles, revealing the exit. Alcatraz and his family step into the light, exhausted but victorious. The challenge cements Alcatraz's transformation from chaotic boy to clever, courageous hero ready to face whatever strange adventures may come next. Back home, the Smedrys regroup. The crystal shard sits quietly on the table, no longer threatening but full of possibility. Alcatraz reflects on what he has learned, that power, chaos, and courage coexist, and that his family's quirks are as much a gift as a curse. Bonds strengthen as they recount their journey, laughing at mishaps, marveling at narrow escapes, and acknowledging each member's contribution. Alcatraz feels the thrill of adventure mingled with responsibility. He's no longer merely reacting to chaos. He can shape it, use it, and understand it. The knight's influence fades into memory, but lessons remain. Cleverness, courage, and humor are weapons just as potent as magic. As the sun sets, the family looks toward new adventures, aware that life will always challenge them. Alcatraz smiles, knowing that the Smedry legacy is not in perfection, but in resilience, ingenuity, and the willingness to face the impossible together. Chaos remains, but so does hope, laughter, and human connection, the true magic that carries them forward.
If this story made you pause for a moment, subscribe for more stories that matter.